Hello. I'm for studying game development with you guys. This time, let's take a look at Plastic SCM, a version control system provided by Unity. Simply put, a version control system is a system that helps you manage versions of your project. As I said in the video on how to manage a Unity project with GitHub, many problems arise if you do not properly version control your project. A lot of problems can arise, especially when multiple developers work together. Without a version control system, developers would usually share their development by compressing the project's files or creating and delivering a package. However, in this case, it is difficult to keep the latest version of the project because the sender accidentally sends an old version of the file, or the person who receives the file forgot to apply it to the project. Worse than that, another developer sends the same file you're working on, and the content is overwritten, and the content you're working on may be lost. If you share your work by delivering it as a file like this, it will create a more difficult situation because it is difficult to recover the overwritten content. So the developers created something called a version control system to make it easy to know where the latest version is, to easily share work, and to easily revert to the original version from a problematic version. However, version control systems such as Git are designed for programmers to use, so they are difficult for designers to handle, and it is difficult to compare resources such as images. A version control system called Plastic SCM was developed to address this difficult problem for designers or artists to deal with and difficult to compare resources. There are three typical characteristics of Plastic SCM. The first is that you can work with both decentralized and centralized approaches. Let's talk briefly about decentralization and centralization. Decentralized is a method of having a local repository on each PC like Git, committing only the stable version after development and pushing it to the server. And centralized is a way to check in and synchronize directly to the server, without local repositories. The second feature is that large files can be easily managed. In a typical Git version control system, to upload a file larger than 100 MB, you have to go through a cumbersome process using something called LFS. In a situation like these days, where high-quality game development is popular and the amount of resources used in games is rapidly increasing, this cumbersome process will feel quite cumbersome. But in Plastic, you can easily share large files with other workers without the cumbersome process of LFS. And the third feature is that this Plastic SCM system supports not only Unity, but also other kinds of game engines. Therefore, even if you are not a Unity developer, it would not be a bad idea to introduce it to the game engine you are using. Plastic SCM comes with 3 users and 5 GB per month of data storage for free by default. For teams of 5 or more, there is an additional fee of $7 per month for each additional member of the team, and data storage over 5 GB to 25 GB is charged at $5 per month. And after 25 GB, $5 is added for every 25 GB increase in the amount of data. Now that we're done with the overview, let's register payment information and create a Unity organization to use Plastics. First, search for Plastic SCM on Google, access the website, and click the Start for Free button. Then the payment window will pop up and you will see that the cost is displayed as 0. Click the Sign in to Continue button. If you are not already logged into Unity, simply log in and select an existing Unity organization if you have one. If you do not have an existing organization, create a new one and continue the process. Next, enter your payment information and proceed. When payment is complete, click the Complete Onboarding button. This will open the Unity Gaming Service dashboard. Because the payment information is registered, if you exceed the free use amount while using Plastic, payment is made automatically. Therefore, when using it as a test, be careful not to incur additional payments while checking the dashboard. This completes the basic preparations. Now let's see how to use Plastics in Unity. Run the Unity Hub and create a project to test the Plastic. Once Unity is up and running, you will see a Plastic SCM button with AP in the top left corner of the screen. Press this button to open the Plastic SCM view. Click here to log in or sign up. This will bring up a window where you can select the Unity organization that will use the Plastic SCM. Then click the Create Workspace button. Here you can change the settings of the workspace according to your needs. Normally, there is no need to change the contents, just click the Create Workspace button. After the workspace is created, the plastic SCM window will look like this. The Pending Change tab at the front of the plastic window shows the changes I've made to the current project. Select the changes you want to upload to the server, write a log of the changes, and click the Check-in Changes button to share the changes with the server. And the second tab, Incoming Changes, lets you receive what others have shared with you. Currently there is nothing shared by other people, but when others share their work, it will appear here and you can get updates on other people's work by pressing the Update Workspace button below. Then in the Change Sets tab you can see the history of the work that has been shared so far. And in the Branches tab, you can see the list of branches that exist in the current project. Additionally, if you click the gear-shaped button in the upper right corner and select Invite Members to Workspace, a window will appear where you can invite new developers to this workspace. You can invite other developers to this workspace by clicking the Add New User button and entering the email of the developer you want to invite. In this video, we learned the basics of using the plastic SCM, Unity's version control system. This video was produced with the donate and watching of viewers. It was Vers Game Development YouTube. Thank you.